Crews are working to restore power in several areas across the state. At last check, about 575 customers are still without power. About an hour ago, though, that number was closer to 1,300, so crews are making significant progress there. It comes after heavy rain last night caused floods in Manchester and other places. Fox 61's Glenn Kittle is working to learn more about the extent of the floods. He's also speaking with homeowners. We'll go to him in about 2 minutes from now. But first, good Wednesday morning. Thanks for joining us on Fox 61 and streaming on Fox 61 Plus. I'm Bridget Bjorla. A bit of a gloomy start out there, but sunnier skies are on the way. So let's get right over to Rachel Piscatelli, who's tracking the forecast. Hey, Rachel, how's it looking?
Hey, good morning. We are starting off with a mostly cloudy sky this morning. And as we approach the afternoon, unfortunately, I think we're going to be slow to clear for most of the day today. I think towards the evening, right before the sun goes down, is when we'll get the most sunshine and leading to a better day tomorrow, or at least a better start to the day tomorrow. Satellite and radar picture this morning showing we have those rain showers still out there. A lot of it is light and pretty manageable. Temperatures out the door in the upper 60s and 70s, around 72 degrees in Chester, 74 in New Haven, the upper 60s in northwestern Connecticut. Humidity stays up today, although it's not as humid this morning as it was yesterday at this time. It's still a muggy start to our morning, and we are expecting that humidity to stick around for most of the day today before it drops off heading into tomorrow morning. So a few showers between now and about 7 o'clock or so, mostly cloudy at 9 a.m. with temperatures in the middle 70s. By this afternoon, we're in the lower 80s. Eventually, we see the clouds that begin to clear under a partly cloudy sky by 8 o'clock tonight with temperatures in the lower 80s. So high temperatures today around 88 degrees under a mostly cloudy sky. Tomorrow, we're going to start off with more sunshine around. There's an opportunity for some scattered showers and storms for tomorrow evening, anywhere after about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon and evening. We'll watch for that. Temperatures close to 90 degrees. It is better for Friday. We'll have more details on that. Your full 7-day forecast coming up. Here at 6:02, we are going to check in with the roads this morning. And overall, I mean, things are looking okay. We'll back things up a little bit here so you can see a couple of the road closures that we need to get to this morning. So first one over in Old Lyme near 156 Shore Road. The road is blocked between Dogwood Drive and Cross Lane because of a box truck. We also have this Route 85 Hartford Road near Salem and Colchester. This is closed this morning. And then we also have this issue now in Southington, Route 10 Main Street. It is blocked between 120 Meriden Avenue and Old Turnpike Road because of a water main break.
Thank you. 6:02 is your time. Last night's storms caused damage to communities all across our state. Take a look at this video. This was just some of the flooding reported in Manchester. You see the water rushing in right under that bridge there. And this area is known to flood easily. Fox 61's Glenn Kittle joins us live from that area in Manchester, where the city council says the drainage system needs an upgrade. Glenn, good morning.
Good morning, Bridget. It's crazy to think that just 12 hours ago that this area on Center Street was as full of water. And right now this morning, we're kind of seeing the remains of what's left. If you kind of take a look over here, this is some of the debris that comes from the river that's been going on. It's about 15 feet wide, and we've been seeing that debris scattered throughout the road. As a matter of fact, it goes all the way down to the bridge where you just saw that video of the flooding. We're going to take a closer look at that just now. This is video from the Manchester Fire Department. That storm water surged down the hill and formed this huge puddle over the course of just a few hours last night. Across our state, flooding wasn't the only issue. A family in Wethersfield had a tree topple onto their Brimfield Road home, and a tree in Coventry is now charred after it was hit by lightning in the middle of the woods. That started a small fire that crews were able to put out. Coincidentally, as all this damage unfolded last night, the Manchester Board of Directors had a meeting to discuss previous flood issues in the town and how to prevent floods in the future. The board and the Public Works said that they want to focus on drainage projects on Birch and Center Streets, and that fixes are necessary to mitigate the damage.
The fire department right now is on Birch Street and responding to serious flooding there, and this funding would be towards projects like Birch Street.
We have a pretty good idea as to why everything's flooding in that area. In the past, we've talked about a $4 million price tag based on some previous design estimates that we had an engineer take a look at. So why is this only $3 million now? Well, it's because we believe there's opportunities here to kind of mesh this dry brook work and drainage improvements with some other utility work and some other road work.
Now, those proposed fixes are still several years away. At the end of the day, it's once again several years away, and the estimated total for the roadwork projects and the drainage upgrades is about over $17 million. Live in Manchester, Glenn Kittle, Fox 61.
All right, Glenn, thank you. And now at 6, there is a new superintendent for Hartford Public Schools who says he's committed to the future of the district and the children who attend school in the city. Fox 61's Kate Pattyfoot introduces us to him this morning.
It was announced Tuesday that Dr. Andre Townsell will be Hartford's newest superintendent. He says he has plans to listen and learn from everyone to better serve the students across the city of Hartford. After a months-long process and 40 applicants, Dr. Andre Townsell will lead Hartford Public Schools. Dr. Townsell has a bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degree from Howard University. He's held almost every position in the K-12 education system, something that parents and education advocates wanted to see in the new superintendent. Dr. Townsell says it's students first.
The goal is to ensure that our young people are achieving at the highest levels. We're talking about academics, athletics, arts, getting better over time, so when they go out into society, they understand what's ahead of them and what they're doing in their lives. Just learn the community as much as you can, because young people, they will run through a wall for you if you can relate to them and have real objective things happening in that classroom. So really being relatable, I think that's the cheat code.
Community leaders are hopeful Dr. Townsell will put students' best interests first so that Hartford Public Schools can head in the right direction. His start date in the role has not yet been announced. In Hartford, Kate Pattyfoot, Fox 61.
New Haven's Board of Education adopted a new budget for the school district. It's a multi-million-dollar plan that looks to combat more than $23 million in deficit. But as Fox 61's Raven Blue explains this morning, not everyone is on board with that decision.
After weeks of crunching numbers, the New Haven School District has charted a course that will offset its multi-million-dollar deficit with new funding, reorganization, and the closure of a school. School officials say this is all needed to prevent the need to lay off staff and to continue providing quality education for its students. New Haven Board of Education adopted the school district's budget that addresses a more than $23 million projected deficit that was presented by Superintendent Dr. Madeline Negron. To help decrease the projected deficit to $14.6 million, New Haven Mayor Justin Elliker and the Board of Alders increased the city's annual support to the school district by $5 million. State legislation provided an additional $3.6 million in excess cost grant recovery and special education support funding. That left the district to make changes and cuts across the school system. Initially, the district proposed laying off as many as 129 staff members, but instead the district will eliminate 76 vacant positions. However, the closure of the Brennan Rogers School remains part of the plan, and those staff members will be placed elsewhere in the district. Maria Harris Page, a New Haven parent, worries this will put even more stress on families. Harris Page says the proposed budget doesn't add up, and she worries in the end her kids will fall behind because of the changes.
What is the budget really for? Is a budget for the children to learn? Her budget doesn't make sense. It really looks like a teenager put that together. I can just imagine 30 kids with no support, no funding, lacking resources, and you want my daughter to progress?
The district is also waiting on an additional $3 million from the city to help bring the deficit down to $780,000. School officials say a change to the state's education cost-sharing formula will help fix the gap in school funding. In New Haven, Raven Blue, Fox 61.
An emotional day of testimony in the murder trial of Raul Valley. Valley spent hours on the stand yesterday answering questions about what happened the night of a Shelton House party in 2022. He's accused of stabbing and killing 17-year-old Jimmy McGrath when he was just 16 years old himself. Fox 61's Alicia Hercules shares what's next in the trial.
Raul Valley got emotional on the stand as he recounted a violent attack that led up to the deadly stabbing.
Did you have the knife in your hand at that point?
No.
Where was the knife?
It was in my pocket.
Could you see any way to escape?
No.
Did you try to get up?
Yeah.
Could you get up?
No.
Why not?
It was just so many people.
On day 2 of Raul Valley's testimony, he recounted the events of a Shelton house party in 2022. Valley says after his friend Jack Snyder's car was damaged, himself, Snyder, and Tyler Da Silva drove back to the house party to confront the Shelton students about the damage. Valley says he got out of the car with Da Silva to have his back. He says he and Da Silva were approached by at least 50 students. He says he was attacked by several people. At some point during the attack, Valley says he pulled out the pocket knife he was given earlier in the night by Snyder.
After I took the knife out of my pocket, I started waving and just stabbing in every direction, just flailing my arm around.
Valley says he was pushed towards Snyder's car but went back into the fight to help Da Silva.
But I couldn't just let him be there alone. I felt like I had to save him.
Valley says he didn't realize anyone was stabbed or that James McGrath died. When cross-examined, the prosecution grilled him about a fight earlier that night in which the prosecution says Valley is seen on video hitting Ryan Hines over the head with a motorcycle helmet.
The helmet slammed down on Ryan, right? And you heard the crack of the helmet on Ryan's head?
I didn't slam the helmet down on him at all.
So you want these ladies and gentlemen to believe that you did not slam the helmet into Ryan's head when he was on the ground?
Yes.
However, Valley denied it. The prosecution also examined photos of Valley's injuries, citing that they weren't as serious as the injuries others had. When asked about stabbing McGrath, Valley maintains that he never intentionally stabbed him.
I didn't try to stab anybody.
But you stabbed him, didn't you?
Yes.
You turned around and stabbed Jimmy McGrath in his chest.
No.
So you didn't stab him?
I didn't see it happen. I didn't feel me stab. I didn't go up to him and stab him.
Both the prosecution and the defense rested their cases. They'll give closing arguments on Thursday, and after that, the jury will deliberate. In Milford, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.